now take a moment, just a second of your time to get this out of the way. I know we're all just doing our thing, trying to be the best versions of ourselves we can be, and oftentimes that can seem tactless and obtuse. And those words may be pricey, but spending a little extra is just to show you how much I care. I get this out of the way. I know there's been some rumors out there circulating, and I want to address them head on. Get out in front of the gossip train before it jumps the tracks. I want to nip this in the scuttlebutt and grab the wheel or whatever you do to stop a rumor mill before it starts turning, and meet you in the middle here. So before we continue, I need to get something off my chest. Yes, it's true. I am in a good mood. More specifically, I'm over the fucking moon right now. And it is a full moon to be damn sure, because it is that time of year. It's the time of year when wafts of chocolate grabbies sashay past your nose. The air is crispy like waffle fries, and the demon clowns are out of hibernation and back to tempting you into the sewers. It's that time of the year when it gets misty, like actually misty, and you gotta walk home in it. And yeah, it's probably best to get in before it gets too dark because it's a safety hazard. But like, you can enjoy it. Take a thriller break, do the dance, and then go inside. It's the time of the year when every giggle is tainted with nasty deeds and super weird intentions. But this time of the year it is acceptable and warranted. 'Tis the screamsin', my little gooligans. It's Halloween! And I mean the entire month should be named Halloween thusly because October is a mood, and it is a full mood to be damn sure. Together, we gather to skelebrate this harvesty, crunchety juncture in which ghosts are real, zombies are guests, and everyone with allergies can rejoice because summer is finally over and everything is gonna die so you can breathe again. And all of our favorite shows are having Halloween specials. You've been jamming on that tradish for a long time, humanity. The first primetime animated Halloween special ever aired back in 1966, and it is the definitive childhood heartstring tugmaster, the great pumpkin Charlie Brown. So, back in the day, in the before times, 1962, Mr. Magoo's Christmas special was the first holiday special to be produced for TV. Arguably the first, but we do not have time to actually get into it because we gotta save time to dig through the pumpkin bucket and toss out the sprees, raisinets, dots, Twizzlers, mellow creams, and candy corn because we have standards. So then comes 1965 and the Peanuts gang and their asthmatic, childlike joys were broadcast kind of on a dare, and suddenly people love the idea of hanging out with their favorite friends on TV for the holidays. So 1 year later, they figured they'd go at it again, and again they did go at it, but this time for kids that read horror comics and literally everyone else that didn't play sports. Great Pumpkin is still the reigning champion of rewatched Halloween specials, but I prefer some holly jolly horror with no goofy dipshit Halloween puns or dumb fuckery. Just pure Samhain, Fairuza Balk, craft level, respect for the darkness with no interruptions. And for that, I'll watch me some scary movies. The mid-1890s, people were just starting to watch movies. Mostly because movies were just starting to get made, but also because everyone was poor and bored. My, how we've changed. French illusionist turned movie maker Georges Méliès was in the milieu. He's that beardy guy that made a trip to the moon, which was as advertised. But instead of like a more nuanced Christopher Nolan approach, they just blasted some astronauts into the moon in a giant bullet, made more intense because the moon was played by a melty cheese pizza face guy. So they literally shot the moon in the face. But it's whimsical. Around 1896, he released Le Manoir du Diable, or The House of the Devil, or The Haunted Castle in America, because they didn't want to scare the straights. And it was made to be wondrous. But 3 minutes of moving skeletons, cauldrons, bats, and of course the devil, it's a hard sell to say it's supposed to be just whimsical. Instead, Méliès conjured a whole damn vibe in movies, and thus the horror movie kind of began, but whatever, let's just go with it. Then it got cultured. The literary years ensued between the 1900s and the 1920s when a bunch of spooky shit was getting made out of books. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the first Frankenstein, the first Wolfman, all silent but totally making some noise. Then comes the Golden Age, which is the 20s and 30s. And that's when we get Nosferatu, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, and then the 30s, when horror movies got their name, because the talkies were invented, so now they could scream. And scream they did. And we're still screaming today. From the Texas Chainsaw Massacres to Killer Clowns from Outer Space to Five Nights at fucking Freddy's. We're all in this nightmare together. Now, some of us are gore hounds, waiting for the moment the main monster tears a human being in half with the camera right up their ass, marveling at the effects work that goes back generations from Jack Pierce, Frankenstein, Stan Winston, everything else, Rick Baker, Tom Savini, Rob Bottin, Screaming Mad George. The more KY jelly and corn syrup, the better. We're gagging for it. Some of us are into the paranormal. Furniture flying around the room, doors slamming so sudden we shit our pants and don't sleep right. And then there's your basic creature features, which is gore adjacent, slasher movies, because everyone watches porn no matter your fandom. Then there's the vampire movie, which is porn adjacent. And then you got your demon possession movies that freak your weird religious aunt out so much they gotta Febreze you when you come over after you watch one. It is a Whitman sampler of panic and anxiety. And it turns out it's good for you. In small doses, activating the old sympathetic nervous system, triggering an acute stress response that prepares the body for fight or flight, two great tastes that taste great together, and the most important decision in a young organism's life is good practice for the real deal. So says sociologist and fear expert and one of my personal human heroes, Margie Kerr. Seriously, if you've not read Scream, Chilling Adventures in the Science of Fear, what are you even doing walking around with your physiology? It is the everybody poops of amygdala reaction literature. According to Margie Kerr, watching a scary movie, quote, ramps up the sympathetic nervous system into go mode because you perceive a threat quicker than you can distinguish whether it is real or not. Your amygdala is always watching, like your brain's little sniper in the crow's nest. But it is jacked on Red Bull, so it's ready to go before you are. When it senses a problem, the involuntary response can have a major effect on your body, causing it to release the body's nitrous booster, adrenaline. The effects of this uptick, Kerr says, include increased respiration, increased heart rate, and sweating. These physiological changes increase the oxygen supply to the brain and muscles, and a host of other chemicals like neurotransmitters and hormones that kick our metabolism into high gear, including dopamine and endorphins, the body's bong rip. Quote, these endorphins are blocking pain, so even if we do get hurt, we don't feel it as intensely. And a horror movie allows us to engage with our fears from a safe distance, getting a hit of that sweet brain juice, and you don't have to apply for a med card to get it. It's a free sample, just take it. It also strengthens human bonds. According to Matthias Clayson of the Aarhus University, quote, most people seem to seek out horror as a social activity, and there is the least anecdotal evidence that people experience strengthened bonds to their co-viewers after watching a scary movie together. Now, this is assuming you don't have any trauma responses, of course, because trauma ruins everything. I once found a cockroach in my candy bag hanging out on a mini box of Whoppers, and it actually scared me into realizing Whoppers are trash fuck. Now, somebody just go, come on, no, fight me on it. Garbage, fucking Whoppers are garbage. Now, Kerr cautions that there's no nuance. There's no nuance at all. It's fucking trash. Margie Kerr cautions that real triggers can change the experience of watching a horror movie from fun to agony, kind of like how some humans can't enjoy cilantro. So proceed with caution and, quote, an attitude of curiosity, exploration, and self-challenge. But we're here to scream. And why? Margie Kerr says she's got three theories. One could be an outburst meant to terrify a threat, could allow more oxygen into the body to help your fight or flight, and or could serve as a method of releasing excess energy through our vocal cords. Me gives me that frontman in the hair metal band experience. I'm a rock star, screaming louder than everyone, signifying that I got it. I got my dopamine, endorphin, adrenaline hit, and damn it, I love it. So don't be shy. Proceed with caution. Because horror is the ooey gooey, munchy, crunchy, nougaty, full-size bar, rocky horror road in the bucket of your body. And microdosing fear and the unusual this time of the year is the treats we need to get through this terrifying world. Or to put it another way, Michael Rainey was ill the day the earth stood still, but he told us where to stand.
On our feet!
And Flash Gordon was there in silver underwear. Claude Rains was the invisible man.
I don't see him.
And then something went wrong for Fay Ray and King Kong.
An ape shit.
They got caught in a celluloid jail.
Yes, fuckers.
Then at a deadly pace, it came from
Where?
outer space.
Thank you.
And this is how the message ran. Science fiction, double feature. Dr. X will build a creature. See androids fighting. Brad and Janet and Francis stars in Forbidden Planet. Whoa. And the late night double feature picture show. Bill, you want to grab a little what's left?
I know Leo Chicaro
Who?
was over a barrel when Tarantula took to the hill.
A giant spider!
I really got hot. I saw Janet Scott by the trippin' that spits poison and kills.
What's tripping?
Dana Andrews said prunes, gave him the shits, and passing the news lots of skills. But when worlds collide,
Boom!
gonna down to his bride, I'm gonna give you some
Sexual thrill like a science fiction. Woo! Double feature. Dr. X. Sex. Will build a creature. See androids fighting.
Fucking and sucking on.
Chad and Brannick. See what I did there? And Francis stars in Forbidden Planet. Whoa. And the late night double feature picture show. I wanna go. To the late night double feature picture show by RKO. To the late night double feature picture show in the back row.
Fuck the back row.
To the late night double feature picture